What's going on, my Call to Fish family? Out here at my little local lake. This is Arrowhead Lake in Fayetteville. I will be looking at some baits I got. So I've partnered with a company called Rebel Angler, and I want to give good, honest reviews. They will be completely unbiased. I'm not being paid for these reviews, but let's see what they sent me. All right, again, all this little bait package is from Rebel Angler. That's who I'm partnered with to do these reviews. Shout out to them. Shout out to Rich Off Bass, my peoples and them. No, but what they've sent me is a multi-pack from AM Fishing out of Texas, I believe. Got a bunch of different color curly tail little fluke looking things in here. I've actually seen them on the internet. I think they make some pretty good stuff from what I've seen, but we're gonna test it out, see if they're really gonna catch some fish today. Garlic infused, soft plastic, little curly tail. Oh yeah, you could definitely smell the garlic. Again, this is AM Fishing. Yeah, there's all their socials right there. Yeah, pretty excited about doing this. So let's get out on the water and see what we can catch. They get out on the water, y'all. Oh. Yeah. Oh no. Well, that ain't gonna work out. Not exactly sure what happened here. I think I accidentally hit the mute button on my camera as I move out and start recording. So here I'm just rigging it up. I'm taking a little paddle tail fluke that I had on there, taking it off and put it on. And I don't know if any of you guys use these little speed clips. Man, I absolutely love those things. Make taking bait on and off super quick. So I believe I have this little Jerkshad rigged up on a 2 or 3 aught. Since I have no audio, I guess I'll take the time now to share a little message with you, as I usually do. So this year in church, our church is studying the Old Testament. So today's scripture will be out of the Old Testament. We're starting in Genesis, so I'll be reading from Genesis, the first chapter, verses 26 and 27. It says, "And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them." I absolutely love that scripture. It just shows you we are all made in the image of God. No matter whether you can only throw a bait caster or can't throw a bait caster, Whether you a spinning reel, a crappie, or a bass, man, it doesn't matter. We're all made in the image of God. And look at that. Just like that. Caught the first fish of the day. That right there, I believe, is a small little bass. I felt the nibble. Made sure he was on. And set the hook. Pulled it back. It's not a huge one, but I really wasn't expecting anything big. It was a pretty overcast day, so I was fishing up around the banks and the shallows, looking for fish that were probably feeding on any of the little bait fish coming up. We had a nice little warm spell. It's been kind of cool here. That's why I chose this day to go out. Yeah, I'm trying to show off the little the little Jerkshad that I got. Yeah, nice little dink. Let's toss him back out there. Let him grow a little bit. And here, I tossed it right back out. I wasn't far long after I caught that first one. And again, I was up against the bank, and I felt nibble, set the hook. And I think I set it just a little bit too fast, or it was probably just a small fish. I pulled it right out of his mouth. But it did get nibbled. It got nibbled a couple times, actually, in between the end of this clip and the next. Did we hook something? Yes, we did. Oh, that's another little thing. Look at that. Holy smokes, man. I don't know if y'all can see because of this thing. Tree in the way. Bro, chill, bro. Chill, bro. Through the trees, little dink. Now let's try and get out of the trees. Well, as you guys saw, man, I had a pretty good day on the water. I think I caught one other fish after I stopped recording, but I got ran off by the rain. Like I said, it was pretty overcast most of the day. By the end of it, I looked down to one end of the lake, and I can already see the rain coming. So I ended up getting soaking wet, headed back to the shore. But again, it was still a good day. I just want to show you guys exactly what I was using. I was using that right there. So now, these things are called, let me say, I wrote it down. These things are called, this is a 4-inch curly tail Jerkshad from AM Fishing. It's got the nice little curly tail. It's a nice profile. They suggest rigging it up on a jig head with a screw lock on the head. I rigged it up on a 3/0, if I remember right. 3/0 wide gap hook. Just did it regular, hooked it through the nose, barely poked it out the top. So it wasn't buried all the way, but it was a nice little profile, and it pulled some fish in. This thing catches fish, man. That garlic scent is super strong. Maybe that's what it was that the fish liked. I don't know. Like I said, it got nibbled a good bit, and I pulled 3 in before the rain came down. I probably spent an hour and a half, 2 hours out there getting blown around. I don't know if y'all could tell that. I was getting blown around all day. But this thing is cool. Again, this is the 4-inch curly tail Jerkshad from AM Fishing. The color is pearl and white, or pearl white, or pearl, or something like that. I had it rigged on a 3-aught, and they suggest a screw head. Again, shout out to Rebel Angler, shout out to AM Fishing, shout out to Rich Off Bass. I look forward to doing more of these, man. I actually had a really good day on the water. Any day on the water is a good day on the water, but I enjoyed testing these out. They gave me tons of other colors that I will be testing out. This is like the main color for my lake, but I will be testing out the other colors as well. As always, I appreciate you guys taking a look at this. Like and subscribe to my YouTube. You guys be blessed. Thank you.